If you open most modern day Bibles, you will see this text, Mark chapter 7, verse 34 to 37, having two headings, each of the pericopes, so each complete incident report, the story, will have a different heading. One will have the header, if your Bible has headings, the faith of the Syrophoenician woman. Whose Bible has that? All right, we don't have Bibles. And the other part of it, halfway through, will say, Jesus heals a mute and deaf man. So generally that's what shows up in our modern day English Bibles. The faith of the Syrophoenician woman, and the next one, Jesus heals a mute or deaf man. Something along that lines. So, I can tell you that the text today is about Jesus being able to attend to the external, that is the spiritual world, as well as to natural problems and illness. Right? That could be one distinction between the two stories, and that could be the message for today. The problem of evil spirits is often dismissed in the modern world, let alone the modern church. Yet it is real. How many of you know it's real? I saw it in the last month. Yeah, at our church. No, it's not one of you. Since I arrived in Gainesville, I've seen evidence of evil spirits on numerous occasions. Remember I told you that the one person I spoke to who was heavily possessed by demons said, I'm leaving Gainesville, there's too many spirits. It's real. I was seeing someone the other day, and every time I mentioned the name of Jesus, this person got uncomfortable, visibly uncomfortable. And as we spoke about faith, she insisted on using the word God, not Jesus. And no matter how I tried to let her speak about her faith, prompt her and talk about my own faith, she just couldn't go there. And when I mentioned Jesus, she just got terribly uncomfortable. Eventually she said, "You're trying to trap me." And so I had some fun. I just kept on saying Jesus, and each time I said Jesus, the spirit felt uncomfortable. Don't look at me like that, it's real. I should invite you sometimes. I know it tired me out at the end, but I thank God for grace that I could have some fun in the room. Just knowing that the name of Jesus is so powerful. So it is real. People having physical ailments and illnesses caused that they have even from birth, like being deaf or blind. It's real, right? It's in our world. And so we could say that the message today is about that. It's about the fact that Jesus, by the power of the Spirit, can attend to both of those problems. But this message today is not about miracles. Let me tell you that others do miracles too. Other religions do miracles. Even at the time of Christ, even before that, if you read thoroughly the account of Moses, there were people with whom God was not, that could do miracles. In the present day, there are people all over the world, regardless of religious affiliation, that do miracles. Muslims cast out demons and heal the sick. This is an aside fact. Right now, 1/3 of the world's population are Christian. The prediction is that in 25 years, less than 25 years, Muslims will be more than Christians. Exorcism and healing is something that has been with us from the beginning of time, regardless of people's religious affiliation. Besides the present known religions, the ancient religions, whether they're indigenous African, indigenous American, indigenous European, or Asian, or Australian, in their indigenous religions, they practice miracles. So the message of the gospel, even through this text, is not about the fact that Jesus can perform miracles. It's not about Jesus' power over the spiritual world or the natural world. Yet it might seem so from the first reading. So what is it about? If we go back to my reference to the headings, you might see that it's very clear that the man's racial identity is not mentioned. The woman is Syrophoenician. The man is just simply a man who was deaf and dumb. Yet, even for me, this message is not about race or racism. Yes, I am letting that one go. It might seem that way. So what is this message from the text? You know, throughout the gospel, and I've spoken about this before, there's a subtle message about Jesus' attitude towards those, particularly the Jews, who felt that they were the chosen and the gospel was exclusive to them. In fact, that was something Jesus contended with throughout. So some people who believe that want to say that, well, you know, Jesus really was also racist. Because he told this woman, I can't heal you, because healing is for the children of God, which they interpreted as the Jews. But that's not what this passage is about. This passage is about Jesus, God's justice in Jesus. This passage is a passage that says there is enough bread for everyone. These passages are pointing us to the fact that this bread, this salvation, the deliverance, whether natural or supernatural, the personal touch which both of them felt, the one-on-one individual contact with God, that is real and that it's all about Jesus offering salvation, and it's enough for all. No one group owns it. We're in a world that is extremely individualistic. We cannot say that enough. A world that wants to capture and control identity and labels. Jesus is not about franchise. In fact, franchise is dangerous. Because franchise is all about profit and competition and comparing our one franchise to the other. If you read recently, Nike is a franchise that had some very negative and very positive feedback. You can Google it. My airtime is limited. Starbucks is a franchise, and a few months ago, they also have had both negative and positive responses, depending on where you sit. That too you can Google. We live in a world where personal ownership of religion is something that is celebrated and something that most religions, worst of all Christianity, wants to highlight as a way of being Christian. It's about me and mine, about myself, about my group, it's about my church, it's about my religion. That's what defines the world. But yet, Jesus is saying to us through the passage today that there is enough bread. There is enough bread for all. No one needs to be afraid that they will lose their bread because there is enough bread for all. Jesus said, I am the bread of life. That's who Jesus is. That is who the God we believe in. That is who the Son of God is, the bread of life. And he says, there's enough for all. He says, if I be lifted up, I will draw all people to me. Not only those who feel that they are chosen, I will draw all people to me. Come to me, all who labor and are burdened, and I will give you rest. Because my yoke is easy and my burden light. All who call on me, I will not cast out. Everyone who calls on me, I will not cast out. There is enough. For God so loved the whole world, all and sundry, that he gave his only Son, no exception, for all. That whoever, all who believe in him will not perish but have everlasting life. All who believe, yes, all who believe. So I'm not teaching universalism. All who believe in him will not perish but have everlasting life. There is enough, no matter who we are. So let's not hold on. Let's not try to preserve our bread. Let's not try to keep it and stretch it because it's not going to be enough. Let's not try to be like other people because we don't have enough of this faith. Because what we have right here is enough because we have Jesus. There's a temptation to be like others. It's a temptation to try to be more holy because we don't have enough. Those who believe in me will not perish but have everlasting life. I will come and live with them and they with me. So let's share this bread of salvation through Jesus Christ with each other as well as with the world. It's not ours to possess. It's easy to share our time, treasure, and talent. What about sharing our gospel story? What about sharing our faith? What about sharing this great gospel that was given to all, for all, by God who offers salvation for all? Amen.